A deadly explosion rocks a popular cafe in St. Petersburg on April 2. One person dead, over 30 injured. Within hours, a suspect is arrested. But the motive? Still a total mystery. Among the wounded? Influential Russian war blogger Vladlen Tatarsky, killed instantly. Eyewitnesses describe a blast so strong, it shook windows blocks away. Bodies thrown, blood on the walls, diners screaming for help. First responders rush in as chaos unfolds. The entire scene looks straight out of a war zone. But here's the twist: witnesses say a young woman handed Tatarsky a statue seconds before it detonated. Was it a gift or a deadly setup? That woman, now identified as 26-year-old Darya Trepova, is arrested hours later. But what's her connection to the blogger? Shockingly, Trepova claims she had no idea the statue contained explosives. Was she a pawn in a bigger game or lying through her teeth? Meanwhile, Kremlin sources rush to label it a terrorist act. But skeptics question, was this personal revenge, political targeting, or something darker? One thing's for sure, this wasn't random. Every detail, every second, points to a calculated hit. But who pulled the strings, and why? Security footage reveals Trepova chatting casually with Tatarsky just minutes before the blast. She smiles, laughs, then vanishes in the chaos. Investigators recover the statue's remains, an art piece rigged with over 200 grams of TNT, expertly concealed. A chillingly sophisticated setup. Forensics say the explosion was designed to kill only one person, Tatarsky. No doubt now, he was the intended target. But who wanted him dead? Was it opposition groups, foreign operatives, or rivals within his own circle? Theories are flying. Online, speculation runs wild. Telegram, VK, Twitter, everyone has a theory. Some call Trepova a hero, others brand her a traitor. Her own mother, in tears, tells media she's shocked. My daughter could never, but the footage tells a different story. Digging deeper, reporters uncover that Trepova once joined anti-government protests in 2021. Could her past be catching up now? And get this, Tatarsky was no ordinary blogger. With over 500,000 followers, his posts often glorified war and criticized the West. That made him a symbol. To some, a patriot. To others, a provocateur. Killing him? It sent a message loud and clear. Government officials demand swift justice. This was an attack on all of us, they say. But some whisper, is there more they're not telling? As Trepova remains in custody, lawyers argue she's being silenced. No bail. No press. Just a locked cell and unanswered questions. And just when the story seems over, new surveillance emerges. A shadowy figure entering the cafe moments before Trepova. Who is he? That man, tall, hooded, face partially hidden, enters just 5 minutes before the explosion. He doesn't sit. He doesn't order. Then disappears. Investigators scramble to identify him, using facial recognition software. But so far, no hits. It's like he never existed. Meanwhile, Trepova's phone reveals chilling clues. Deleted texts. Encrypted messages. And a map marked with the cafe's location. Even more disturbing, she visited the cafe 3 times in the past week. Each time, she sat at the same table. The trap was rehearsed. Just days before the blast, Tatarsky posted a cryptic message: some truths need fire to rise. Now, his words haunt the internet. Backtracking further, Trepova was spotted at a Moscow art gallery linked to underground activists. The statue? Purchased there. That gallery, already under investigation for radical ties, is now shuttered. Owner missing. Files wiped. Like someone knew this day would come. Suddenly, an anonymous tip drops: she wasn't acting alone. Voice modulated. Sent through a burner account. Police are on high alert. Surveillance expands citywide. Every station. Every airport. They're hunting a second suspect, possibly armed, and still in St. Petersburg. Then, BREAKTHROUGH. DNA on the statue matches a known operative tied to underground militia. Name? Redacted. Status? At large. This militia, experts say, operates in cells. Trained. Funded. Motivated by revenge. Their target list? Unknown, but growing. Trepova, once just a rebellious student, slowly pulled into radical ideas. Friends recall her change, secretive, paranoid, obsessed with justice. Her ex-boyfriend steps forward, claiming she spoke of cleansing corruption and symbols that must fall. Was Tatarsky one of them? And the café? Not random either. It's been known as a hub for war veterans, nationalists, and high-ranking military guests. Trepova's seating choice placed Tatarsky directly beside the blast point. Experts say the bomb's angle was precise, engineered to kill clean. A chilling message scrawled on Trepova's notebook found at home: he speaks for violence. I bring silence. Meanwhile, pro-Tatarsky protests erupt. Supporters chant he spoke truth, as candles and banners fill city squares. But opposition voices grow louder too. Some call him a war criminal. Others say the blast is the price of propaganda. Internationally, leaders remain cautious. But whispers inside diplomatic circles suggest fear of rising domestic unrest and copycat attacks. And just when investigators feel they're closing in, a new piece of footage surfaces. Not from the café, but from days before. In the leaked video, Trepova hands the same statue to the unknown man. They whisper, then split directions. She heads towards St. Petersburg. Russian state TV flashes the video for just seconds, then it disappears. Pulled from broadcast. Censored. But not before it goes viral. Online fury erupts. Thousands repost. Memes mock the investigation. Hashtags like #BombTruth and #JusticeForVlad trend in minutes. A rival blogger accuses authorities of staging parts of the scene. He claims props, actors, even says the explosion was too cinematic. The Kremlin strikes back. New laws passed overnight criminalize misinformation about the bombing. Arrests follow. Accounts vanish. Yet the silence only feeds suspicion. Protesters now demand full CCTV release and independent investigation. They march daily. Abroad, the bombing sends shockwaves. Foreign embassies warn travelers. Intelligence agencies quietly elevate threat levels. Meanwhile, Tatarsky's grave becomes a rallying point. Some leave flowers. Others leave notes, blaming him for everything. Trepova remains behind bars. No trial yet. No lawyer statement. Just silence and a nation spiraling in distrust and fear. But the biggest twist? A whistleblower claims more bombings were planned. This was just the beginning.